Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me know how the stream doing, man. Sometime this internet service be tripping, man. Let me know if y'all can hear the sound of my voice. Appreciate you. See. I think I figured it out. All right, so this morning, y'all, unfortunately, we got the Fed speaking today. Federal Reserve spokesman Chair Powell come up in about 2 hours. But that's all good. The market's gonna do what the markets do. But just be aware, around that time, the market could have some knee-jerk reactions. Hey man, if y'all on the live stream, let me know how this stream doing as far as the quality of the stream. Let me know if we have any issues or whatever, because sometimes my ISP be tripping. I'm thinking about switching it up, so or maybe I need to just lower down my resolution from 4K to 1080p. I don't know, we'll see. That's why I'll be doing these test streams this week. Figure it out. But you know, on OBS, I got a little green square on the bottom showing that my stream is strong. So, anywho, gonna keep it moving. Like I said, today we got some news that just popped off right now. The jobless claims just hit at 7:30, and again later on in about 2 hours we had Fed Chairman Powell speaking. So, websites that I use for my analysis of the news is my FX book. They have an economic calendar. And also Forex Factory. But to be honest, I prefer the economic calendar on my FX book, just because I've noticed sometimes it has news that's coming out that is not on Forex Factory sometimes. So, but yeah. So also check out my video. I got a video on my YouTube channel on how you can set up alerts for the news. You get them on your mobile phone or desktop, depending on how you like it. So, all right, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Come on back over to the trading view. As you can see, gold pushed up overnight yesterday. So if you went on yesterday's stream, we went over a couple different setups during that stream to look for entries and everything. And so Let's go ahead and review some of those. Then we'll go check the new market and see what see if we see anything setting up. We just had the 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. candle just closed. If you guys don't know, I trade on the 4-hour chart, looking at price action on that chart, and then look to get entries and catch a move based off of that price action on the 4-hour chart. So Euro USD, we wanted to see price come up. Well, as you see, it already came down, but we want to see it come up and retest these areas up in here, up in there. So as of right now, we got price kind of teeter-tottering right here. So I'm looking for price to hit my money zone, which is this green level right here. So we'll see what happens there. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and put me an alert on there, so that way price does reach up there, we'll know. But that one hadn't set up yet. We looked at this one yesterday as well too. This is Euro JPY. We want to see price come back up into this area. As of right now, price has closed above my money zone, so I'm gonna wait and see how that plays out. So before I enter, but if you guys, whenever we look at these setups, if you want to go down to like a 15-minute on that same particular chart and wait for price to start making some bearish moves there before you enter, that's fine too. But I usually just enter off the 4-hour and just trust the level, so to say. Right, so like, you know, I would just enter right here at that money zone, which is my green level, and then put my stop loss at the predetermined level that I have on my stop loss right there, and take the shot. You know, because trading, you don't know which one's gonna hit, which one's gonna miss. You trading the probabilities. So just use proper risk management, and I take my shot. But Euro JPY, it's kind of setting up, but we'll wait and see how this how this next 4-hour candle prints. So, but could take a small position there. Cash switch was one that we looked at yesterday as well too. As you can see, cash switch played out. Well, I was already in cash switch when we looked at it yesterday, but we got the continuation move overnight. And as you can see right here, I don't know if y'all can read that, but it says that the changeover spread took me out. So what happened there was I moved my stop loss from up here at this level. I originally had my stop loss right here, and I moved my stop loss. Matter of fact, let me put so that way we can get a. All right, we had the stop loss up here, and so when price came down, this candle closed, price made this wick, and then it came down and closed again, and so I moved my stop loss right here, and that was just before the market changeover. So if you guys don't know it, when the market changeover happens, and I think it's 5 p.m. Eastern, all right, that's when the market changeover happens, where New York closes and Asian, I call it the Asians flip, happens. So spreads widen pretty good, and so this is currently a spread of 2.3 pips on cash Swiss. I believe it was at like 13 or something crazy like that. Right, it goes bananas during that time, that changeover. So that's why if you're holding trades over to the next day, you want to be aware of that and understand if you're already close to your stop loss, or if you have a very tight stop loss, it could get hit just by the spreads widening right there. So beware of that. But anywho, so I didn't think about that. Just was like, you know what, let me go ahead and move my stop loss. I'm deep in profit, as you guys can see. We got entered up here at this area. We had a little bit of a pullback, and then it dropped. Well, put my stop loss just above that, and literally price came up about 3 or 4, 5 pips, and then it wicked me out once that spread happened. That changeover spread of about 11 or 12 pips or whatever it was. So but anyway, so we still had deep profit on that, so we're not tripping. GA, that was one of the ones we looked at yesterday on the live stream. Y'all check out the Intel. Yeah, I'm not getting anything in the chat. But anywho, yesterday on the live stream, we looked at this particular candle was printing, and we were waiting for that particular candle to close. And once we got a close on that candle, we wanted to see a pullback, as we showed it by drawing this line on there, right? We want to see a pullback to this level. Well, we're looking for entry, and then if it came all the way back to our money zone, we was going to double up and stack our orders, right? Well, price literally wicked and came down and hit that that first entry level and then took off. Now on GA, I didn't get a chance to get in because I believe I was in Euro NZD or looking at Euro NZD, so I didn't get that. And actually, if you look at it, I have a alert right there at that level, but my alert didn't go off. That's because price got so close. I don't know if it was the spread or whatever the case may be, but it did not. Actually, it probably was a spread, because if you look at it, this candle is the 4 p.m. candle, which is 4 p.m. my time, I believe. Yeah, Chicago, which is my time, but that's the closing time for New York, right? So that's the matter of fact. Let me put my times in New York. That way we can all be on the same level, all right? But this particular candle, that spread that I told you about, the changeover spread, probably what caused it not to go off. But anywho, long story short, that trade hit. Euro NZD was another one that we were looking at. I believe this particular candle here was printing when we were looking at it yesterday morning, and so we were looking for a pullback. Now I thought maybe it would have came up a little bit higher and then came back, but literally the next candle it pulled back, tapped our zone, then took off. Now this one I was able to enter, and I sent that out inside of the Discord chat. So if you're not a part of the Discord chat, go ahead and check that out. Links is in the description of the video. It's on my link tree. So but yeah, we got a 1-3 risk reward. So if you risk $10, you made 30 on that particular trade, or if you risk 100, you made 300, whatever the case may be, depending on your account size. We were good to go there. So gold was another one that we looked at, but I was already in gold. But as you can see, I closed half my position at this particular candle here. Then we moved the stop loss to break even, because again, you know, we're deep in profit. Got this nice large bullish candle, and yeah, we just didn't want to give all of it back. We want to at least protect what we risked originally, right? Because we already took off half a position, put that money in the bank. So go ahead and protect our trade so we can't lose, and then price continues. So, and it eventually hit TP of four risk to reward. So we're gonna keep moving from there. The NIC 100, we talked about this, but I did not enter this trade. I personally don't trade NIC, but yeah, to me she's just too volatile and too crazy. But as you can see, I did mark up the setup just to kind of go through the process, because again, I'm always marking up things and testing out the process. And as you can see, we have a situation where price hit our first entry level, and then it also hit the money level where we stack on our entries, and then price started to melt away. Now these are 4-hour candles, so as you can see, guys, this is pretty much the whole week of movement, so from Tuesday all the way to today. But when you see stuff like this, guys, where you have a candle that closes above the prior candle's high on the 4-hour, if you're in the short right here, go ahead and take your money right there, or close half and protect your trade if you hadn't already. But me personally, if I'm up, you know, 2 times my risk, then I'm gonna go ahead, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and protect it. If I'm up 1 times my risk, I should say. So if I've already covered my risk. So AudiCAD was another one that we were already in yesterday, that played out, but we talked about it on yesterday's live stream. So as you can see, we had price what's considered to be a midweek reversal, guys. So kind of talked about this yesterday, but we have a swing high. Swing high, simply you have a tall wick with a lower to the left, lower wick slash candle, and a lower wick slash candle to the right of that. That's what we call a swing high. So it kind of looks like that, right? So that was a terrible, man. My mouse battery must be getting low. But you get the point, right? So once we have that happen, once we get it closed below that candle's bottom, or the bottom side of that, so it's almost like this is a swing high, but this is the highest point of that particular price movement, then we're going to be looking for, this is a breakout, pullback, continuation. All right, so that happened on now. That was textbook, as they call it, right? Sometimes you may get a deeper retracement up into our money zone. If that happens, great. We'll layer in our entries, but yeah, once it hits that bottom level, which is the bottom of that candle, the lowest low of that particular candle, we go ahead and gonna put in a position there just in case it taps that level and then runs as it did right here, right? So when it comes to managing my trade, you know, as you can see right here, we had to stop and loss move to break even when we got down to this level. And then we had price wick down and then close here. So we almost got we have a swing low situation right here, right? So this is a swing high, this is a swing low, right? Because we have a lowest wick with a higher wick to the right and a higher wick to the left. So that's like a swing low. All right, so once this candle closed right here, when this candle started to form, it had pushed down a little bit, then it started to come up and it was almost looking like a doji. And so I went ahead and closed fully because, again, just looking at the way the price action was starting to play out, it looks like it wanted to pull back. It could be a short pullback and then a continuation, but at that point, with the other trades that I've already taken for the week, I'm like, man, let me go ahead and take my money. I'm up 1 times my risk. Let me go ahead and close it fully, take my money off the table. And good thing I did because it's pulling back. Now, it could pull back to right here and then hit and then drop. That could be a situation, right? Because we have another situation where we have this engulfing candle. As you can see, we have price bears show up, and now price is currently retesting the low of that particular candle, which is literally what just happened over here. So but I'm not gonna get into that trade. We're gonna wait and see. Maybe if we get a bearish close at this 4-hour candle, then I go ahead and enter with a stop loss just above that in hopes that it continues. But as of right now, I'm not really loving this setup because we already got a move from this move right here. So, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and scan through the market. Y'all drop any comments you have in the chat during the stream or after. Let me know how the stream is going, because again, can't watch it and do the call at the same time. So let's see what we got. So Audi, we already got the move right here, but we didn't get no retest. So what I look at, guys, in a nutshell, man, is this yellow area is the start of the week. So depending on the way the week starts, I'm looking for, let's say this is the start of the week's price. I'm looking forward to see, okay, if it starts to break out high first out of that consolidation or out of the first 8 hours of the week, then I'm waiting to see price to come this other way, right? And do something like this. All right, like that. And then if I have price doing this at the beginning of the week, right? So whatever the first 8 hours is, right? And then it drops lower, I'm looking for it to do this. That's literally it right there, right? So now sometimes it may be you have extended run like this before you get to move right here, which is fine. So technically I'm missing all of that. And there's other ways you can trade it to where you can trade all of this. But I'm not interested in that. I'm looking at 4-hour chart, waiting on price action in the 4-hour chart to show me the change in the direction, and then I'm looking to ride that change in the direction for the week. Because a lot of times, let's say let's go look at that pair we were just looking at, which I believe was, yeah, let's look at CAD Swiss. All right, so if we look at the weekly count on CAD Swiss, see this wick? That's that move that we were looking at on the 4-hour, right? So let's go back to the 4-hour, right? As a matter of fact, let me do this. Can I just highlight the wick? Like that. All right, so highlight the wick. Let's go back to the 4-hour. So bam. So you see this particular move. This is where the week opened up. Price came up, tapped out at this high, and then started to fall away, right? That's what I'm looking for. In a nutshell, man. It ain't no more difficult than that, right? So, but what I'm looking at is on the 4-hour, I'm looking for price action on the 4-hour to show me that it's ready, it's done with this move up, or done creating that wick on the weekly chart. and then ready to go the opposite direction, right? Because a lot of times, going back to the weekly chart, let's look at it. Look how the week starts off. This week right here. Look, matter of fact, let's go ahead and zoom in. Stuff gonna blow your mind, man, because at the end of the day, when I first learned it, I'm like, man, come on now, this is ridiculous. But anyway, check out, this is a bullish candle, right? My candles are red and yellow. Long story short, I'm a fan of Iron Man, so that's why my candles are this color. This is my Mark III chart. My nerds know what I mean, so we're gonna keep moving though. So this yellow candle is a bullish candle, right? So look at the bottom of that candle before. So if you understand how candles print, this is the opening price, this line right here. Let me use my arrow. This is opening price. The price came down at some point. That's why this shadow or wick was left. And then price continued higher, hit this high, and then pull back and close right here for the week. So that was the whole entire candles movement for the week. So me, I'm not even trading during all this. So when price opens up, all this happened, I'm not trading none of that. And once price starts to turn around and go this other way, then I'm looking to get in for the ride in hopes that this candle turns into a bullish candle like so. Sometimes it's not going to do that. Sometimes it may be a candle like this, where price came up. Actually, in this case, it started off down here, it came up, and then it turned around, but it didn't keep on going down, right? So we have this upside hammer, whatever you want to call this, right? Hanging man, I don't know what the technical term for it is. But my point is that week, maybe you don't have a good week, but eventually you have a week like this, a week like that, and a week like that. Even that's a good week for you, because again, when we look at this, the week opened up here, it went higher. So remember, like I just told you on that example, that when price goes higher, first we're waiting for it to turn around and go lower, right? Because it's gonna leave this wick. That's pretty much the game right there, y'all. That's pretty much it. So in that case, this was the wick. Then I'm looking at price action. The price action I'm looking for is I'm looking for a close below candle, which happens right here. So as you can see, we had all these candles making higher highs. Now, eventually this may turn lower right here. But as you see right here, these candles are the ones that started to close below this swing high right here, right? So we got that, and that. That's a swing high. So I call that the high of the week. So once that happens, I'm looking for price to just close below that. Once price closed below that, which it did right here, then it had this little bit of a pullback. That's why I was looking to get in at. Stop loss at a certain level, because again, it could have wicked up here, took me out, and then dropped again, but then I could have just got in for another entry. But anyway, long story short, once that happens, we looking to get in and catch this ride. Now, could this ride have just came down here and then came back and closed at that same level, which it does sometimes? Yeah. So we're not worried about that. That's why we use risk management. That's why we take partials. That's why we stack our orders if it pulls back and then continues, right? Because we're looking to capture those price movements. But eventually, you're gonna catch weeks like this, right? See how price came up and then dropped, right? Or you're gonna catch weeks like this, right, where you just get runs up for several weeks, right? That's gonna happen. Now, it don't happen every week on every pair, nope. But point is, if you show up to the charts every day, you follow your processes and you wait for your setups and you understand those things, then you're good to go. So let me see. So let's go back to looking to see if we can find anything for the day. I'm being completely honest with y'all, man. Week has been decent, so I'm not really excited about entering any more trades, but see something that looks really good, we're gonna be getting in. So but let me get rid of all this. All right, so I don't see anything on AU that I'm willing to trade right now. Maybe if I get a close above this level right here, let me go ahead and get my magnitude. If I get a close above that, maybe then I'll look for a reversal this way. Again, that goes again with that whole close above or close below way of looking at it. That's how I look at it. So that hadn't happened yet, so we're not gonna stress about that. We're gonna move on. And another great thing about trading on this 4-hour chart, y'all, man, if you have a 9 to 5, and you can't be sitting at the charts waiting on 3-minute candles to print and get it set up. Yeah, this is cool because you don't have to look at the charts every 4 hours, because guess what? The setups, the candles don't print, take 4 hours. They take 4 hours to print, so you can't do anything until after the 4 hour candle closes, right? To confirm whatever move that you're looking for entry, right? So yeah, just check your charts every 4 hours or so, and you're good to go. But yeah, so AJ looking very similar to AUD/USD. Like literally, look at that. It's about like almost exactly the same. So but we got to close above on this particular candle here, so maybe we get a pullback and then a continuation. So let's see what's going on with AUDJPY. So yeah, we'll see. If we can get a move down to here, maybe look to catch a continuation up to that level there. So let's see. We did get a close above, right? Yeah. Yeah, that candle definitely closed above for sure. So yeah. So, or, you know, if you're bold, you can get in right there at that particular level there and have a larger stop loss though, right? So stop loss would definitely want to go below this candle that broke out above this high of this candle. So because generally you won't see price hitting there. And also can't tell if there's a swing low. Is very close, because I don't know if this wick is lower than this one, but it's very close to a swing low. So that's what the setup would look like, something like that. And again, if we get a pull back to this level, which I like, because again I'm looking for that nice risk to reward, I will put my stop loss just under there. So in that case we got a 17 pip stop loss. In this case we got a 30 pip stop loss. Then I will be looking to take this up. So, but again, I'm not looking for a 1 to 5, to be honest. If I get 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 3 is like my extended target, but 1 to 2 is like my minimum that I want to see. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with that particular pair. Let me set my alert down here just in case it does pull back. JPY. Hey man, if y'all in the chat, man, let me know if y'all can hear this particular if my my audio streaming and everything is going okay. But yeah, so that's a good one. Let me send this one out to the Discord. So there we go. We got that sent out to the Discord. But yeah, so we'll wait and see how that plays out. RDNCD. Yeah. Ooh, we got to close above right here. Lose connection. All right, there we go. So, man, look at this move. Jesus. Wow. So that we got no pullback, just all gas on RDNCD. Last week we had some movement where we got a little bit of movement there, but this week we didn't get that. So just going back to what we talked about as far as the weekly candle, this is the opening price. So you look at this as this was the bottom wick. This candle closed above that level. This was the pullback that would have got you in. for continuation. Now this happened on Monday, so yeah, Monday afternoon. So you catching this ride for the whole week, right there. So, man, yeah, the RDNZD right now, I don't see anything that looks great on that, so we're gonna move on. We already talked about RDCAD. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and unflag that one because we already pillaged that one. RD Swiss, yeah, not looking too, nothing that excites me, so I'm not even gonna worry about that right now. So, but if I was looking for something, it would have to close above this last down close counter right there. So, but we ain't even nowhere near that, so we're gonna keep moving. We talked about CAD Swiss. CAD Swiss is another one that we already traded, so we're not gonna worry about that. CAD JPY, same thing. We already talked about that. But this one right here, again, same premise. I would have to get a close above this particular level right here on a 4 hour before I even think about trying to trade a reversal from here. So we'll see, but nothing right now. CAD Swiss, nope. It's another good thing about that 4 hour chart, y'all, in this strategy, man. You just going through and you can see, well, I can at least, the setups real quickly. So they're talking about reversal. This Euro RD, here we go. So check it out. Beginning of the week, price been going down the whole time. Then here it turned around, right? So how do I catch this turnaround? So again, going back to it, see right here, we got a swing low, right? Lowest wick to the right higher, to the left higher. So this particular candle right here, once we get a close above that, it's go time. So as you can see right here, we got a close above it. This was the 8 a.m. candle, Central Standard Time, or 9 a.m. New York. So this was that 4 hour candle, the one that goes to noon, 8 to noon in my time zone. So when that candle closes right there at noon, I'm looking to get in. So this candle here is the pullback that I told you about, right? So this is the one that's going to give me my entry at my zone, and then we're going to take it, right? So boom, that's magic right there. That's literally, that's it. That's a textbook right there. So all this movement was the bottom wick of the week, and now we're taking the body of the candle now. Now if I go to the weekly chart on Euro RD, see, look at that long ass wick. But yeah, that's what we doing, man. Goodness. So, but Euro RD, nothing right now. So again, we already got the low of the week that was set. Now it's pushing higher. So we gonna keep it moving. Euro CAD already happened. So as you can see right here, I tried to take this trade based off of what I just told you guys as far as my process goes, but the stop loss was too tight. So actually I was looking to short this. That's what happened. So if you see right here, this down close candle happened. So when this pullback happened, I entered right here. Was looking for it to come short. It was in a little bit of profit, then it pulled back, went the other direction. So when that happened, I looked to get in right here on this pullback for a long, but my stop loss was too tight. Stop loss should have been below this candle right here, and then I would have been safe, or even at my level right here. But anywho, so it's a little too aggressive with the stop loss, so it wigged me out, then it took off without me. But this could have been a nice move for me, for your boy. But again, we're not crying over spilled milk. We're gonna keep it moving because there's more pairs to be taking advantage of. So that one is matter of fact, I can go ahead and remove all this and move on. Euro Swiss, I was wanting to see it come back up to here again, using that same thought process. Price open here, this is the top of the wick, and then this is the body being formed, right? Because price is under the opening price. So maybe we get a move right here, but I would like to see it come up to here and then fall off. But we're on Thursday, that may not even happen. This price or this pair could just stay right there where it's at. You guys hearing my MT5 chime in the background? Hope my internet is not acting up for the stream. So, but yeah, so we're not getting anything on Euro Swiss. Euro GBP, nah, we already missed the move there. It already did this thing. but it could be reversing right here. It's Thursday. We could get a reversal on Thursday, so our price may pull back and leave a top wick too. If I go and look at the weekly chart, see, we already got a top wick, but maybe it leaves a deeper top wick and we can catch some of that move. But you have to have a lot happen. So like right now, this particular candle would be the high point, low point. Then now we got a lower candle, so I would need to see this candle close below, get a pull back, and then the continuation. So yeah, it ain't ready right now. It ain't ready right now. So you would have it do something like this. Now, who knows if it's gonna go down this far, or if it's gonna go down this far, or if it's gonna go down that far, then continue on. We don't know. But yeah, we trade the probabilities, remember? So next, right now, it's a good thing we got Euro JPY stalling right here at this level where we wanted to look to enter. Now this candle can close back below into my green level here in 3 hours and 20 minutes. Then I would look to probably short, but yeah. And some people may be thinking, man, you crazy. You see this big old up close candle, you looking to go short against that? Yeah, it's all about probabilities, right? Because we've had that happen before. Look at this big old candle right here. See this long candle right here? Look at that big old up close candle. Nobody's thinking the short right there, but look at all this movement here. And eventually what happened? It dropped off from there. So don't be afraid when you see a large candle going the opposite direction of where you're trying to trade. Because again, if you understand price action and the levels in the market, this kind of candle don't necessarily scare you. Now you could get in there and lose a 1/4%, lose a 0.5%, but we're not stressing, right? Because if you lose a 1/4% or 0.5%, you still got 99% of your account left. 99% of some change. Now if you're over there YOLOing it and risking 12, 13% of positions, then yeah, you bite your nails and you stressing. But I don't do that, not anymore. Did at the beginning. Euro NZD we already traded, so we're gonna go ahead and move on from that. But I don't see anything right now that's ready. Euro USD. So again, same thing with Euro USD. I'm looking for price to come up into this level and reject it. So we're waiting on that. So we already talked about that. So we're gonna leave that one highlighted. GBP odd, we already did. So we're gonna flag that. Now this one, let me see, man, because we opened up here. Price already made the low of the week. This may be a false move here to where it continues up. We'll watch that one. If it closes above this level here, then we might look to buy it after that, right? So because again, this candle right here may be a false move down, and this could be a swing low being created at the moment right there where price is gonna reverse from there. But I would need to get a candle close above this bearish engulfing before I even think about buying there. So let me get rid of that. Yeah. GBP cat. Man. Yeah, nah, see, I like to see a little bit more of a pullback on that, but yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that. That's not looking too pretty. All these wicks on both ends is just looking kind of cuckoo. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that. Not a strong, clean move. G Swiss. No. I do have a little hammer candle right there, right? It's not, that's cool. We got a close above happening right now, but we got 3 hours left, so I wouldn't get in just right now because this candle literally can just come on and come back down and close even lower. So because it has a lot of time left, 3 hours. So we will wait on that one, come back. And let's look at this one. Let's look at it on a higher time frame. Ooh, man, ain't been down here in a while. Let's see something. We're on the day chart. Check some. First of the month.